Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here at the Owl's Nest. About to make his walk down to the squared circle. A warm welcome, please, for Eder Clervoix.
My name is Eder Clervoix. I'm 30 years old, from Montreal, Quebec. Current career record is 2-3 with 1 knockout. I've been good, since the last fight. Switched trainers, and training's been doing great. So I'm just hoping to just put all my new skills into the next fight. To be honest, it's not about motivation or anything. That is just about what I want to accomplish for myself. Like I had a rough start in boxing in my professional career. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. I feel great. To be honest, I feel like I went back to my old self when I was on the national team. And I really got to just get my style out there. And I believe I'm going to have a better performance than last time.
So looking forward to this one. All-Canadian battle. 2 Canadian guys who were not born in Canada. Eder Clervoix, former national champion and a guy on the national amateur team. 2-3-0 with 1 knockout, Stevie. Hails from Montreal, Quebec, was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Clervoix is a very talented kid. I've seen him fight here before. He's had a great stable in Montreal. As you know, Montreal's the boxing hotbed of Canada. There's just so many great champions and so many gyms and trainers around there. So I'm looking forward to seeing him perform here tonight.
Coming off a 4th round decision in May. Fight that was costly, though. Got his nose broken.
And now about to make his way down to the ring, please welcome PG Tondo.
My name is PG Tondo. I'm 28 years old. Born and raised in Philippines, 12 years, and then moved here when I was 12, turning 13. Started boxing just because of my dad's influence. My dad used to come home every weekend and there would be fights. He would stay up late watching these fights, and I would sort of watch it with him, and also the anime Ippo. I think part of the reason is because I love the sport, but at the same time I want to leave a legacy for my offsprings in the future to know that I tried. And I'm still going after, God willing, the Canadian title. Yeah. When you win, that feeling of winning, it's unexplainable. Yeah. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm just ready to fight, I just want to put on a good show for the people.
Here he comes. PG Tondo, known as PG. His given name, though, is Praise Giver. Wants to be a Punisher giver here tonight. These 2 guys, again, PG from Manila, Philippines, though, has represented Canada at the highest level. In fact, competed at the Pan Am Games. 2 guys, 28 and 30 years old. Very similar paths, though, through the Canadian amateur ranks.
Like I mentioned earlier, Rod, I feel that this is a bigger fight than just who's going to win the fight. It's going to be who's the most dominant, who's going to take over here at Red Howell in this weight class, who will be the next to get the spot on the card.
Here comes PG Tondo. 1-5-1. The knockout. Just coming by us here and with his entourage. This is one that we've been looking forward to tonight here at Owl's Nest. PG Tondo and Eder Clervoix.
Ladies and gentlemen, Red Owl Boxing presents 6 rounds or less in the bantamweight division. Sponsored by Remy Martin. Our 3 judges scoring the bout at ringside: Jasper Kujavsky, Mark Simmons, and Martin Dalida. And once the action begins, the third man in the ring, Floyd Porter. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, and tonight wearing black with stars. He weighed in at the bantamweight limit of 118 pounds even. His official record is 2 wins against 3 defeats, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Montreal, Quebec, by way of Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Eder King Kong Clervoix. And his opponent on my right, fighting out of the red corner, and tonight wearing all black. His official weight, 117.5 pounds. He enters the ring with a record of 1 win against 5 defeats and 1 draw. 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, by way of Manila, the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, here is PG Tondo.
Gentlemen, you were given your instructions in the changing room. I expect you to obey those instructions. Belt lines are good. Remember to protect yourselves at all times. Listen for my commands. Touch gloves now if you wish. Come out with the bell.
So here we go. Canadian battle.
And Rod, haven't seen both these guys fight before, knowing the history. It's going to be the classic boxer versus the puncher. Eder's got to box from the outside, and PG's got to kind of go in there and be a little wild and rough him up and really beat him down. I feel that's how this fight's going to be determined.
Both in black trunks, both similar gloves. The red sleeve for Tondo. Clervoix with the blue side. And those stars on his trunks. You mentioned Evan Gallard earlier, and recently fought Tondo back in March, the Royal York.
And that was a good fight for PG. I mean, it was a lot closer than I anticipated it was going to be. As I was training Evan Gallard, PG fought very well. And even here early, he's looked like he's a lot more composed than he usually is. Boxed a nice pop in that jab.
As we saw in the first fight, just a 4-rounder, more of a sense of urgency in a 4-round fight. Kind of playing each other out here.
And both these guys have a lot of amateur experience. They've been in the game a long, long time. Though their professional records aren't that much, they've been in the gym a long time. They know how to pace themselves for a 6-round war here tonight.
Clervoix again coming off a win. The last Owl's Nest match, but again, suffered a broken nose and was bleeding a lot in that fight. Both game fighters, though. Tondo from the Philippines originally, grew up in the Toronto area.
Under trainer Armand Titarescu, son of the late great trainer Adrian Titarescu, who was my professional coach when I first came into the game. So there's a lot of knowledge and experience behind the Atlas boxing team.
Titarescu tree runs deep, does it not? Those roots through boxing, just not only in Ontario, but across Canada, around the world. Doing a lot of dancing here early on.
And PG's got to not follow. He's got to not follow Clervoix around the ring. I mean, he's just kind of following him without throwing punches. You got to double the jab up, throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and push Clervoix to the ropes, so he can't just keep scooting out and scooting out and scooting out.
Oh, there's engagement early on here, and that's first round. Well, 20 seconds now. Tondo is missing that time. Clervoix eyes him up again. Final 10 seconds, pretty even, Steven.
It's a very even round, very close round, and a feel-out round. These guys have a lot of experience, but if I had to give the edge to anyone, I'd definitely give it to Clervoix. He boxed nice, and he made PG miss, and he made PG rush and follow him.
PG again, just a 1-5-1 record.
Quand tu lances ta main
Let's get
droite,
into the
ta gauche
corners
descend,
now.
fais attention parce qu'il va loader son crochet bientôt, all right? Grand respect.
Good job as you keep those feints
Faut que
going.
tu continues de jouer avec tes jambes, déranger avec ton jab puis les feintes. Le reste, tu fais super bien ça, OK?
More water. Very good work in there. Keep the hands up. Very good.
On va commencer à mettre un peu plus de pression. Crache, c'est correct. Crache là, c'est correct. Vite. On va commencer à mettre plus de pression pour plus utiliser tes jambes, OK? Joue avec le jab, joue avec le jab. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece.
Okay, round 2. Steve Molitor is an edge to Clervoix in round 1. Scheduled for 6 here. PG Tondo. Eder Clervoix. Starting to really fill up here tonight. 5-card Boxfest 5 in Brampton. Great facility here.
And PG starting this second round off a lot better. That's exactly what he's got to do. Let punches go in 4, 5, 6 punch combinations and back Clervoix up and shut him down permanently.
Clervoix was thinking about retiring not too long ago and talked back into the ring and entered the ring back in May at Boxfest 4. Got a win. So he's got the mojo back. Like to get another win.
And he's boxing well here tonight. You just got to be careful, not stand flat-footed after throwing his combination in front of PG Tondo. Because PG's a very, very strong puncher. And after Clervoix punches, he has to scoot out of there instead of waiting for a receipt.
These are two guys who have, again, as amateurs, and you know it, Steve, to be a boxer around the world, but especially in Canada too, and you know, you got to have a part-time job. It's so tough.
It's so tough, and you mean the lack of activity, the lack of excitement. You mean it's just almost everything to keep you out of the game or keep you unmotivated. But the real fighters, the cream always rises to the top, and you mean you weather the storm and you fight through it, as I did, and as some of these other guys are going to. Andrew, Zolt Durrani, who we're going to have on the show with us later tonight. I mean, the real warriors always come out. And some good work by PG Tondo, letting his hands go, some good body shots.
Flurry here, those quick hands just snapping him now.
And he's starting to open up, and like I mentioned earlier, Rod, that's what he has to do. 4, 5, and 6, and black Clervoix up on the ropes where he doesn't have a chance to get away.
Uppercut when he's there, PG.
Want an uppercut, they say, from the ring here.
Come up with the uppercut when you think there. Come up.
Clervoix does not like those body shots, and PG Tondo knows it.
Tondo, who represented Canada at the 2015 Pan Am Games in Toronto, lost in a qualifier. Proud moment for him. Clervoix was a 3-time Gold Gloves champion and a national amateur champion.
There's been a real shift here, Rod. I've noticed in the past 45 seconds. PG's starting to land some hard, strong shots, and Clervoix does not have an answer.
Oh, look at Tondo go here. Just throwing him now. Clervoix trying to duck out of that.
And it all started with the body shots, Rod. He just went beast mode on the body, and Clervoix has no answer. Now he's been zinged up top to the head, and that was a good round for PG Tondo.
PG Tondo's round for sure there. Great flurry, and again, let's go to the corners.
A little bit of ice, Lance, in the back. Great, relax. Hey, beautiful. Don't chase that body, okay? 1, 2, when you get in there, hit that body, then come up to the head, okay? Because he doesn't like the body shot, okay? Yeah. Get your hand great. Okay? All right, PG? Listen, he doesn't like that body stuff. When he turns off on you, hit him with that hook.
9 here
Okay?
tonight.
That hook is your best punch.
Cowboy hats, cowboy boots in because of the main eventer, Carlos Nava, and of course the Red Owls South, Owls Nest South, that is opened in Houston. What a great connection between this boxing center and the one in Houston just opened. So the theme tonight is Texas. And the theme in this fight, this bantamweight fight so far, round 1 Clervoix, round 2 to Tondo.
This is going to be a big round for both men. And Tondo coming out, a good counter shot by Clervoix, but Tondo was coming out with the energy, letting his hands go early.
Tondo stalking him now. Clervoix trying to snap a couple jabs in. Can't find an opening though.
And I just don't feel he has the power and strength to keep PG off him. I don't think PG respects his power. So it's just the movement that Clervoix has to keep himself safe. And PG just got to be careful, as I mentioned earlier, not to follow him around the ring, to cut off the ring with shots.
Lefty against the righty here, and there's that left. Comes again. Oh, he got hit that time. Tondo got hit with a quick short right from Clervoix. Nothing really punishing from either fighter so far.
Nothing really big, but I have a feeling when PG lands, his shots just feel like they take more of a toll on Clervoix than when Clervoix lands clean on Tondo.
Clervoix with those stars on those black trunks from Montreal, Quebec. What a hotbed for boxing for such a long time, that province.
See former Canadian champion Howard Grant of the Grant Brothers Boxing down there. As I mentioned earlier, that's just the hotbed, the Las Vegas of Canada is in Montreal. I train there myself, and I just know that every gym you walk into, there's a world champion or a world title contender, and the energy is just so much different than most of the gyms here in Ontario.
Remember the legacy, of course, of the Hilton brothers for such a long time, and
Stéphane Ouellette.
Go down the list. So many great fighters. Clervoix trying to add his name. He says his goal to be a world champion. 30 years old. Got to get through these fights too.
And this is a better round for Clervoix. He's boxed a lot better. He's thrown a lot of good counter shots, and he hasn't got stuck on the ropes when PG's got him on the ropes. He's always spun off and got away out of harm's way.
Yeah, seemed to stem the tide here. Late rally here. Final 10 seconds for Clervoix, and probably pretty even Steven round here for both fighters.
Keep squeezing, PG. Work. Come on.
Oh, nice duck that time. Final few seconds now. In round 3, scheduled 6 here in Brampton tonight. There's the bell.
A good round by both men. That was a close round, Rod. I got to be honest. That was a close one to call. But very entertaining. Both men kind of did a little bit of what each man wants to do. Clervoix with box beautifully on the outside, countering him.
Good.
He's had him on the rope there, getting around it.
That's all it is.
Good shot.
All right?
Quick fighters, let's quickly
Lent
get
pour
to the
toi.
corners.
Comme tu as fait au début du round, s'il rentre passer ton jab, tu lèves tes mains, tu reviens avec la droite dans le milieu. Et là, toute la soirée, OK? Tombe pas endormi parce qu'il est dangereux encore. Ah, respire. Il va commencer à loader, là. Il va mettre plus de pression, tu utilises plus tes jambes. OK? Je veux pas que tu échanges, je veux pas que tu cherches trop la droite. Attends qu'il se compromette pour la droite. All right?
Close fight here. PG Tondo. Eder Clervoix. Chess match. Turbo chess continues now. Two very quick fighters. Could be a turning point round right here, right now, round 4.
Nice and tight, PG. Yeah. Keep squeezing, PG.
Clervoix just seems so determined as those eyes, the gate just fixated on Tondo. Hasn't changed his expression very much through this fight.
And he's aware, and I think that he feels the power of Tondo, so he knows that his defense has to be on point tonight. There is no room for error with the power of Tondo.
His father was a missionary, very religious background, hence the name Praise Giver, PG Tondo. Oh, there's a low shot there, close to being too low, but nice body shot by Tondo.
And he's got to remember, and here he goes back to the body again. That's what got him in the second round there. That's what really turned things around from him. He's landing those good body shots. So he can't forget what was successful.
Live around the world tonight, Rod Black, Steve Molitor, George Natsios, and our crew here in DAZN. Wherever you're watching, second bout of 5 tonight. Tondo steps forward again. One thing about both of these guys, you know, Clervoix, sometimes early in your pro career, you haven't faced too many lefties. But I'm sure Clervoix faced a lot of them in his amateur career.
A lot of his amateur career, and again, being in that environment up in Montreal to get sparring for southpaws, I'm sure is a lot easier than here in Ontario. And he's doing a good job. He's staying away from PG's left hand. He's moving to his left constantly because he knows PG's a strong fighter. And when you move to the right, you're going to walk right into the left hand.
Past the midway point, round 4, scheduled 6. Oh, there's a big left that time. Didn't hurt Clervoix, but another body shot. Tondo's starting to assert here.
More than one shot, PG.
Corner telling him more than one shot.
And they're right, because he's still, like I mentioned earlier, he's just walking towards him without throwing punches in accumulation. If you throw one, Clervoix is going to slip it and move. He's got to keep him in the corner. We're throwing 5 and 6. But when he throws one, it gives Clervoix the chance to slip, roll, and get off the ropes and scoot out. And then PG's got to start that whole process over again of walking him down.
Clervoix trying to lead with that jab again. Snapped it a couple of times. No one's really been hurt so far in this fight. Another cat and mouser here, but it's hard to say who's the cat and who's the mouse.
Yeah, these last 2 rounds are a lot. Very tough to score. I'm glad I'm not a judge during this fight.
Wow.
The first 2 rounds are pretty decisive. The last 2 have been give or take for either man. So the judges are going to have a tough night on their hand calling this one.
Back to the corners again.
You want to fight
round 5 coming up.
You got to win the next 2 rounds. Clear to win this fight.
I got it. Round 5. Listen. He's sneaking off one side or the other. Don't circle with him. Cut him this way and then catch him with a double hook going out this way or the other way, okay? You got to put pressure on this guy now. You can't just be waiting. You got to move the head. Gets to look small now. Move that head. Jab, jab. 1, 2, come in, dig the body. You got to come back to the head. Okay? You got to come back to the head. All right?
Say right now, Stevie, for both corners. For Clervoix right now, what does he have to do?
He just got to start letting more punches go. As Tondo's come in, he's got to let those hands go, spin out, and catch him again. He's just throwing one-shot counters and just moving away from Tondo. And if I'm Tondo's coach, you got to start letting punches go 4, 5, or 6 and keep him on the ropes from the corner. Don't let him scoot out and make you have to start all over again. And a beautiful short right hand from Clervoix there as he moved to his left and Tondo moved into the right hand.
Round 5. Close fight. No one has really dominated the last couple of rounds. See if the game changes here now. Gee, Tondo really dancing, looking sharp.
He does. He really seems up on his toes, kind of like a young Manny Pacquiao.
Young Steve Molitor. Former IBF super bantamweight champion. Gosh, got deja vu here on a Saturday night with you. Usually I'm calling wins for you up at Casino Rama. So good to be with Steve Molitor. And I'm sure at the time, a lot of these guys in the ring were looking up to you.
Well,
these weights.
Hopefully they watch the good things I did, not the bad.
Don't let him push you back, PG.
Gee, Tondo. Oh, there's a hard right to the side of the head. Might have stung Clervoix. There's another roundhouse.
And it's a good round for PG. He's really starting to let his hands go, and he's mixing it up to the head and the body, and that's making the difference here in this round, mixing up to the head and the body. And it's made the difference the whole fight. When PG really goes to the body, Clervoix wants nothing to do with him.
Clervoix starting to get on his toes too, starting to do some dancing now, midway through round number 5 of 6. Will it go 6? Oh, there's a shot by both fighters.
Keep squeezing, PG.
There's a good overhand left from PG and another left hand.
This is wildly that time. Good duck here from Clervoix. And moving those hands now, Steve.
He's moving those hands and moving those feet, but he's got to start throwing those hands because, yes, your defense is good, but from a judge's standpoint of view, you're losing this fight. I mean, you're getting hit, may it be on the shoulders, arms, side of the gloves, but you're not landing anything significant.
He's going to have to score here big late in round 5. He has been doing a lot of standing, just watching, maybe waiting for a moment, but Tondo's giving him nothing here. There's another hard left. Tondo now baiting him.
Come on, PJ, yeah!
Corner says he's hurt.
Let's go, PJ, combination!
I'm not sure if he's hurt, but he definitely respects the power of PG Tondo, and that's why he's been on this bike this 5th round.
Tondo now, the hands down. And you'd have to say that's PG Tondo's round for sure.
Absolutely, and it all started with great body work. I mean, when he started hitting Clervoix to the body, Clervoix wanted nothing to do with it, and that was the difference maker, and then PG could really start letting those big shots go.
Be smart, okay? You got one more round. Don't be stupid. This guy's running from you. He does not want what you got. You got to keep squeezing him. Stay low to him so he doesn't push you back, okay? You can stop this fucking guy. You can stop this guy. Don't lose this round and don't get stupid, okay? Keep focused. 1, 2. Push him to whatever side he goes, to the ropes, whatever. Keep him there. Even if you got to push him a little bit. Body, head, and keep cutting that ring off. He can only run fucking forever, right? He can't run forever. Don't,
as I said earlier, for me,
go where
that's
the
been the
punches,
difference maker in the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 6th and final round.
The output of Clervoix.
So PG Tondo's only had 1 win in 7 fights. If he can hang on here, you'd have to think, we're not judges, we're not scoring this, but based on just the eye test, Tondo's definitely leading this fight.
He's definitely ahead of, he's definitely got the lead, but it is a very close fight. We're not sure what these judges are counting. They could count, oh, we like his clean boxing, but for me, PG's definitely ahead on this fight, on the scorecards here tonight.
Clervoix needs to score here in this final round, maybe even try to hurt Tondo, who has not received many blows here. Tondo coming forward and made Clervoix circle all night long.
PG's got to let his hands go. I mean, here in the first minute of the 6th and final round, I mean, he's just walking and falling around the ring. He's got to let his hands go and stop him in his tracks. And there's a good check hook from PG there.
Tondo goes low, then high again. PG Tondo looks like he's just stalking him right now. Trying to go in for the kill, it looks like. But Clervoix, he's got lots left in the tank, it looks like. Question is, what is on the judges' scorecards right now? Time left here in this 6th and final round. Bantamweight fight here tonight.
And PG just continues to stalk him. And Clervoix's got to remember, whether those punches landing are clear or not, or clean, they're still landing punches that the judges are seeing.
Different story than his last fight when he won a decision. There was a big blow that time. Clervoix got him again.
And some hard shots landing from PG Tondo.
Tondo. Again, feeling it here. Clervoix just backing up almost the entire final round. Self-defense here. Tondo, swung wildly and just missed wildly.
And this is the round that PG Tondo needed, not only to win the fight, but to definitely, in my eyes, Rod, to secure the fight. This is a great round here from him. You just got to keep doing what he's doing.
Just got hit short left that time. That's one of the few that got through. It's been a great wall he's built up in front. Final 30.
And though Clervoix had good footwork and he's boxed very well, it's been far and few between of the nice combinations and the slipping out and coming back with counter shots in between. It's been the pressure and the strength and the overall will and determination of PG Tondo. For me, Rod, that's going to give him the victory here tonight.
Tondo again was kind of looking for the knockout. Not sure he's going to need it though. Just not many punches landed by Clervoix. PG Tondo in an all-Canadian amateur bout here. Two guys who have turned pro, and PG Tondo may be getting off the schneid here and finally getting his second win.
Like I said before the fight started, it's going to be a boxer versus a puncher, and tonight the boxer won. He applied a lot of pressure. He eliminated the counter shots of Clervoix, and there was nothing. He had no answers for the pressure, and the body shots were a big thing tonight for PG Tondo that I feel made a big difference throughout this whole fight tonight.
PG Tondo, let's take a look at some of the action here. Here's a guy also, he used to be the sparring partner for Manny Bujo. At one time,
really?
At one time when she was training, because he was a southpaw, just naturally helped her out. So he helped her become a champion.
And whether she's a female or not, Manny Bujo is a great fighter. A Canadian legend in the amateur game from Kitchener, Ontario, where I reside now. A great ambassador for the sport. So to be up against her is no knock against him. That's great work, world-class level.
Yeah, world-class tonight for the most part. PG Tondo's, you'd have to say, you know, I guess if we talk the vernacular of the kids, the lingo of the kids, he was lit tonight, and he was trending. He was definitely trending. Let's see if the judges concur. You sometimes never know, but you'd have to think it's Tondo's fight here. Bout number 2 of 5. 3 still.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges see the bout unanimously, 58-56 to your winner. By unanimous decision, PG Tondo!
PG Tondo has his second win in 8 fights as a pro, and it wasn't a punishing fight by any stretch, but it was dominant by Tondo.
And he earned it, Rod. You mean PG fought really hard. He wanted to win in there tonight. He showed not only the crowd himself and the judges, but he showed myself as well that he wanted to win this fight. He tried different things. He mixed it up to the head and the body. He applied a lot of pressure. He cut the ring off. He did everything he could to win the fight tonight. He deserved to win, and he had a great performance.
Let's go to George Nassios now with PG.
Here with your winner, PG Tondo. PG, great performance. Your 8th career fight, you only had 1 win before this, but you'd never been knocked out. Always been on the wrong side of so many decisions. How good did this feel to be on the right side of the judge's decision?
You know, what can I say? All glory to God. Give me this victory. I feel fantastic, you know. It's been such a long time, and this feels like a fucking career high for me. Yeah. Thank you for everyone who supported me. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my gym. Thank you for Armando, Ernesto. Thank you for Lance. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, PG!
Now, you definitely seemed like the aggressor as the fight wore on. He was kind of dancing to the outside and you were falling around. Was there any frustration there, or what was the plan there? Were you trying to get him to the middle of the ring?
Oh no, of course. I've always been the chaser, so I knew that I was gonna chase either way. Yeah, so once I clip them once, they'll all start running. So, yeah, it's always been the plan.
The first round was really cagey, but is that second round where you really seemed to get some really good body shots and go on the attack more? Did you feel a little more inspired after you hit a couple there?
Yeah, we've actually focused on this training camp to go to the body, because I know we have 6 rounds, so we're gonna take our time. Yeah.
Now I know as a kid growing up, you got into boxing because your father was really into it. You used to watch the fights really late with him. Who do you want to thank at a time like this when you get your second career victory?
My second career victory, I have nothing but to thank my camp. They've really pushed me through. I was ready to quit, man. I was ready, but these guys kept me on pace. So, yeah, thank you for all my coaches, thank you for my friends, and for everyone who supported me along the way.
And your first win in almost 4 years. You got to be inspired now. What's next? When do you want to get in the ring next?
We're going for a Canadian title.
Canadian title?
Yes.
Well, we hope to see it. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
PG Tondo.
Yeah, that's a guy. He reminds me of you, you know. He's an assassin, a great boxer. Nice guy, though.
Very nice guy. Very well spoken.
Golden smile.
Yeah, golden smile, golden heart. And he does have a good team behind him, Armando to rescue, and the rest of the team over at Atlas Boxing. So I hope nothing but the best for him, because he's a very well-mannered, respectable kid.
Chaser wins tonight, and eyeing a possible Canadian championship. There's the cowboy hats and
Yeehaw!
girls. Yeehaw! This isn't our first rodeo, is it?
Absolutely
no,
not.
It's not. It's Texas takeover tonight because, of course, Red Owl Performance Center Owl's Nest has teamed up with Houston, Texas for another Boxfest, and of course they've already had one at the Owl's Nest South. And Red Owl President Gabriel Fanous has a clear plan in place to give fighters what they want deep down in the heart of Texas, and Owl's Nest South is something big and getting bigger.